Hello everyone and welcome back to Fournilwrittenalloverit. We're back and we've got never a dull day being a Pompey fan, is it? We've got some big news for you. Well, that news is that Mark Catlin has resigned from his post as Pompey Chief Executive. We have a new man, Andrew Cullen, has come in from MK Dons, is going to begin his transition period into the new role as Pompey Chief Exec. We'll get on to all of that in just a moment. Before we do so, make sure you subscribe down below and give the video a like, would be absolutely wonderful. Let's see if we can get to 175 today, boys and girls. We've smashed 150 on 2 separate occasions now. Let's do 175, that'd be much appreciated. Okay, so the big headline is obviously that Mark Catlin has left us. I would like to pay a personal tribute to him, thank him for his service to our football club. He joined us back in the really dark days of 2012 and he's led the club to where it is now, and you've got to give it to him. Whatever your opinion on Mark Catlin is, he has done a superb job between where we were, where the football club was, really on its knees without any legs to stand on, and to where we are now with a really bright future ahead of us. So from us here at Fournilwrittenalloverit, myself especially, for giving me the opportunity as a really young boy just trying to make a bit of headway on YouTube and in the football club as a whole. He gave me that opportunity to get him on the show and interview him, and we have done now subsequently on separate occasions. He's always got the time for us, he's got the time for all Pompey fans. He had always emailed you back if you sent him a request, or if you asked him a question, he would always get back to you, and that is one of the brilliant things. And there are very few CEOs that, you know, he came under fire on occasions for not sacking he who must not be named. Perhaps in hindsight, yes, you know, granted, they were probably rightfully so that he got a bit of stick for it, but how many other CEOs give a monthly update on the football club, on the plans for the team, on the plans for the stadium, just on the club as a whole, and how things are going, and keeping the fans updated and providing that really transparent look and insight almost into the runnings of our football club that we all know and love so well. So I think a massive thank you has to go to Mark. We wish him all the very best in the future, as I'm sure he will be prosperous and successful, because he's a fantastic bloke. And I will read now from what he's had to say, and what the incoming Chief Executive Andrew Cullen's had to say, and also from our director and owner Michael Eisner. Mark Catlin said earlier on today, the news was announced at about 11 o'clock this morning. It's been an absolute honour and a privilege to have been CEO of Portsmouth Football Club, to represent this club and our supporters. I would argue some of the most loyal and passionate in the world, has genuinely been the greatest experience of my life. Michael Eisner, our owner, tweeted earlier on today saying that Mark is one of the best businessmen I've known throughout my career, and he has led Portsmouth Football Club with courage and tenacity from the dark days of administration to the bright and hopeful place we are today. Finally, let's hear from the incoming CEO, Andrew Cullen. He says he feels extremely privileged and incredibly excited to be given the opportunity by Michael Eisner and the Portsmouth Football Club board to succeed Mark Catlin as the club's new CEO. The role comes with a massive responsibility to both the city of Portsmouth and to the football club. He does very much recognise the club's rich heritage, strong traditions, and most critically the dynamic connection with its passionate supporters and the local community, who are all too recently came together in a remarkable fashion to save their football club from going out of existence. So this man has obviously done his homework, he knows what it's all about. Michael Eisner stressed that he's got an impressive pedigree in terms of business. So only time will tell whether Andrew Cullen is going to lead the football club on a CEO level as well as Mark Catlin did. So you've heard from me, you've heard from Michael Eisner, you've heard from Mark Catlin, and you've heard from Andrew Cullen. Let's hear what the boys have got to say. Here's their opinions and thoughts on the couple of announcements that we've had today.
Alright chaps, just heard the news regarding Catlin. Bit undecided as to what to think about it. I've seen a lot of comments, you know, people actually, you know, happy that he's gone. Well, I say gone, you know, still be on the board, which is probably good for a little bit of influence, but maybe it's time for that change. You know, I think he's been really good for us, great CEO for us. I wouldn't, you know, fault him at all for 8 years being here. I think obviously we're in a far better position than we were when he came in and tried to steady the ship, which I think is really important and a testament to the man. I know you guys, both Tom and Andrew, you know, you've met him and say he's a really good guy, and I think that is definitely conveyed in all the interviews he does and how much time he takes with the fans. So I'm hoping now, you know, we can get the right appointment, and it's a big revamp. You know, this summer's going to be massive. It's going to be a big overhaul of this team, I think, and the academy was the start, then, the season ended as it did. I think there'll be a big overhaul of players. I'm looking forward to seeing the retain list. And now with Catlin, not in that CEO position, I think it's a big step in the regrouping of this football club to try and be back where we want to be. So yeah, hoping, lads, that we get the right appointment and we can have a chat about that as and when that does happen, and fingers crossed it's what we all think is the right one. So yeah, as always, keep the faith, play at Pompey. Alright lads, not sure if I'm too late, but I just seen the new appointment, starting on June 1st. Obviously coming from MK Dons, they're a club that is trying to go in that direction. It's a bit of a franchise, so it's a big step up for him, and I think one that he'll be looking forward to. So yeah, having Mark still on the board as director, I think it's a good thing, and hopefully he can bring something different. But they've attracted good players at MK Dons. They've got a good philosophy, so hopefully we can start bringing that in with us and get the backing from the Eisners. Obviously they've appointed him quickly. It must be something that they feel comfortable with, and yeah, hopefully give the backing to the Cowleys and the CEO, and let's see where we can go. I'm not sure what the other boys will say about it. I don't know masses about him, but yeah, fingers crossed, and obviously play at Pompey.
Hi guys, hope you're all well. Big news today from Portsmouth FC that Mark Catlin, the CEO, has actually stepped down from his position to go on to pastures new. Wasn't expecting that today, but on personal note, we'd like to thank him so much for what he's done over the years. First arriving in October 2012, where he actually worked voluntarily alongside the PST to help save the club from extinction. He then went on to be the CEO full-time for quite a few years, 9 years now. So fantastic. He's been a great ambassador for the club. He's worked tirelessly and relentlessly, and the effort and passion that he's actually done over the years, cannot thank you enough. I'm glad you're staying on as a director, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. But all good things come to an end, so all the very best, Mark, and thank you so much for what you've done over the years. So everyone, new CEO coming in, all we've got to do is keep the faith and play up Pompey.
Just heard the news that Mark Catlin has moved on from Portsmouth Football Club as CEO, and that while staying as director, he's moving on to Tops. Mark Catlin has done an amazing job at Portsmouth Football Club, so I'm sort of mixed emotions at the minute. Delighted for him, and that he's got basically a promotion and moving on with his career. Also like to express thanks as well from, as a fan, sort of looking in, seeing what he did with the club, the work obviously he put in behind the scenes in those latter parts of administration, community ownership, and then obviously going in with the Tenente group and bringing the Eisners in and moving on. His engagement with the fans has been second to none, and the rapport that he had and the communication between the fans and the supporters groups and the club itself that he facilitated has been second to none, and for that, Mark, we thank you. You did an awesome job for us. I hear that also that Andrew Cullen has been appointed from MK Dons. To Andrew, I say that you've got big boots to fill. Mark Catlin did an amazing job and he'll be missed, and I hope you can step up to the plate and deliver what he has done. You come with a good CV, so hopefully we'll see Portsmouth go from strength to strength. But to Mark, thank you very much, and we wish you all the best, and hopefully we'll still see you at the park as a fan and obviously director. Thanks.
Hi everyone. Hello Friday and hello weekend. It's finally here, but it's a goodbye from Mark Catlin. I've just read the reports, just like you guys and girls, that he's now stood down as our CEO of Portsmouth Football Club. To Mark, good luck for the future. I'm sure you'll be looking at Portsmouth from afar. Portsmouth haven't messed about. They've already got a new guy in charge already, Andrew Cullen, coming straight in from MK Dons. Well, Andrew, you've inherited a great football club here, passionate fans and great history. So from me, welcome to the roller coaster ride, because this will change your life forever. You need to back the Cowleys. We've got contracts to sort out. We've got this retaining list to see. It'd be interesting to see that, because we want to know who's staying and who's going. 2021-2022 season really needs to be our promotion season. I really want to get out of this league, and I hope the Cowleys can do it. So Andrew, welcome. Take care. Keep the faith Play up Pompey.
Hi guys, breaking news that Mark Catlin is leaving the club and then moving on to pastures new, but not too new. Well, not too far away, shall we say. He joined the club, I think, in 2012 when we were coming up to finish. Well, we come out of administration and the Pompey Trust took over. He started off voluntarily, as far as I'm aware, and then we avoided relegation and avoided liquidation. So he oversaw things like that. Where's he gone? He's gone to Tots Trumps, which is another company owned by the Eisners. So I think for a fact that if he's gone to another Eisner company, then he's got most probably a replacement. There's most probably a replacement in place for him to take over. However, Catlin's working to the end of the month, but there'll be another statement coming from Fratton Park, so we've heard. But yeah, I think he's going to be a tough act to follow in my eyes. But however, he was the one that most probably advised the Eisners when Jacket was appointed, and everything seemed to be going well for the first year. Then all of a sudden it didn't, and obviously we had 3 years trying to get across up into the championship, but it never happened. So that's what we can say about Catlin. Many positives, but a couple of maybe failures, but I suppose most people are allowed some of them. But he also said this week that he thought that the team that we finished with hadn't done much wrong and that they'd just been unlucky. So we'll just have to wait and see who the Eisner's put in place and go from there. So let's hold on and see what happens. I'm sure the Cowleys will be interested to know before they start doing wheeling and dealing. And yeah, interesting times. Let's watch this space.
Hi there guys, Brendan checking in again. Obviously Tom's mentioned it, the breaking news today that Mark Catlin stepping down as the CEO of Portsmouth Football Club. Bit of a shame he's going. I think he's done a fantastic job actually over the last few years at the club. Obviously sustaining us through the fan-owned times, and then obviously now into the new Eisner era. Obviously the Eisners haven't, by the sounds of it, haven't agreed with what was happened over the last season. Obviously a lot of the fans haven't been happy either. So hopefully the new person coming in, it will be announced in short period of time, and hopefully they're good people and they know the club and they're football people. That's the main thing. They need to be a football fan, because you've noticed that Manchester United and obviously these big clubs, they're owned and run by people who aren't football people, and it can destroy a club. So hopefully going forwards, this person understands us, the fans, and what we want and what we expect. You know, there's many people who have left the club, who have been previous CEOs, that we don't want to see anywhere near this club, not setting foot onto Portsea Island. So Mark Catlin leaving, it's very sad. I've met him myself a couple of times at the training ground for an open day. It was a good chat there. We had a good old speak to each other. And also I've met him also in Dublin in the Bohemian Stadium for a pre-season match, and we had a good old chat about the club and the players going forward for the new season. So Mark, thank you very much for your time at the club. You've served us very well, even for being a West Ham fan. You've done a good job for us, and always keep the faith, lads, and play up Pompey.
Well, that is it. Thank you for joining us once again here on Fournilwrittenalloverit. Exciting times for the future and prosperity of Portsmouth Football Club. We wish Mark Catlin all the very best in success for the future with the Tops company. I'm sure he'll be welcome back to Fratton Park with open arms whenever he decides to come back and watch a game. And that is something that I'm sure will never leave him, his connection with the football club after years of being our chief executive. For now, that's all we've got for you. Enjoy your weekend. Have a fantastic couple of days, and we will see you at some point very, very soon. Keep the faith, and as always, play up Pompey.